Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're doing fine. Today, I have, just the other day, somebody asked me a question, and I thought about it. And, well, after thinking about it, then I decided that I would do it in a video. And the question that the person asked is, would you encourage somebody to migrate? I thought about the question long and hard, and then I said, you know what? In answering that question, there are some things that I would like to point out. So hear me out. This is my answer in a way, and I want you to decide whether or not, you agree with me. First thing is that, usually when someone speaks about migration, they're talking about migrating to like the big three countries. They're usually talking about the UK, migrating to the UK, migrating to USA, or migrating to Canada. But you have to remember that there is immigration and there is emigration. So sometimes you will hear people, when they think about it that way, but sometimes when you speak to some people, you will hear them say, you know what, I want a simpler life. So I'm going back, I'm going to live in the Caribbean, I'm going to live in Africa, I'm going to live in another country where I can have a quieter life. So what is that telling you? Okay, so for example, in Jamaica, the motto is out of many, one people. Therefore, like on social media, you will hear some people, you see their exterior, and then when they speak, you hear the Jamaican patois coming out. Some people will think that, oh, that person is just, imitating. No, the motto is true people. Out of many, one people. So what it means is that when you go to Jamaica, when you look around, you're going to see people from all different nations living in that little island, on that little island of Jamaica. And I'm sure that it is the same for the other Caribbean islands as well. So, for example, growing up, a lot of people will tell you that for as long as they can remember, the Chinese have been a part of the society in Jamaica. So, a lot of like the supermarkets, they are owned by Chinese. So, when you go to other places, you will see as well that you have people from different nations, different backgrounds, different creed, different color. So I'm saying that to say that, look, when we think of migration, don't just think about the big three countries. It works the other way around as well. As a matter of fact, statistics has shown quite recently that, you have people leaving the big three countries going to reside in other countries. So, just to say that, yes, let us not think that it is like a one-way street. So that is out of the way. Question: would I encourage people to migrate? There are a lot of opportunities, I would say, living in a first world country. So, for example, for me, my education, I've been in the UK for 22 years, right? So, my education, a lot of the things that I have gone on to experience, my work life, and so forth, definitely I appreciate it, and I would be a hypocrite if I would not want someone else to experience that as well. But in saying that, I would say that migration is for somebody who has a who can who is adaptable, right? Someone who approaches things with an open mind. So, for example, you will find that in some countries the pace is faster than what you're accustomed to. The mistake that some people make is that they think that the same standard of living that they experience or that they were accustomed to, for example, in a third world country, they think that initially when they get to, for example, a first world country, they expect to be on the same standard. No, it does not work like that, people. Number one, you have to realize that some qualifications that are earned overseas are not immediately recognized. Therefore, you would not be able to step into a job of a similar on a similar level to what you were on in the third world country. However, what migration actually allows is for you, it allows the opportunity for you to upgrade yourself, right? So you go to the university, just do courses that is going to put you on a higher level that will qualify you to work in certain jobs. Yes, it will set you back a little. It will cost you some money. But guys, remember, any investment in yourself is well worth it, right? So if you want to upgrade yourself, if you want to get that promotion and everything, I would say migration is for someone who is willing to make that step to, do further studies to upgrade. However, remember, I said that migration is for someone who approaches things with an open mind. What do I mean? I mean, okay, what are you willing to do until you have acquired that qualification? So, you have some people who think that certain jobs are beneath them. If that is you, I would say migration is not for you because you have to understand that living in a third world country and living in a first world country, those are totally different. What you need to do along the line of having an open mind is that you need to know that, look, there are jobs that you will need to do before you get to the stage that you want to be in life. So, for example, for me, I've told you before, yes, I teach at a college. However, that was not initially what it was like. So I have said that, yeah, I've gone on to study in the UK. I acquired my teacher's qualification in the UK. I acquired my master's degree in the UK. But that was not where I started. I have been a cleaner before because remember that when you first go into a country, what is going to be first and foremost is for you to be able to take care of yourself. So it's not about the type of job that you get, it's about you being wise and being able to take care of yourself. Therefore, whatever job is available, that is what you're going to do to bring in the money. And you have to face it as well, guys. You are not going to immediately have the experience in your new country to take on the job that you probably think that you're able to take on. So that is where I say that, look, you have to approach things with an open mind. You have to realize that things are different and you have to work at the pace that you find yourself in. Yes, it is going to feel as if you're starting all over, but if you are determined, if you keep your goals in mind, if you are that type of person, I would say a hardworking person, then definitely you will benefit from migration. If you are a lazy person, however, then you will struggle because you will quickly realize that, for example, I will always go back to Jamaica because that's where I'm from. So, for example, in Jamaica, some Tom will give you, food, a piece of yam, because a lot of people do farming. So it's like you will never go hungry. You have to realize that in some countries, it's not like that. Everybody needs to work for what they want. And that is the way of life. That is just how life is. So, whereas you will always have someone to give you something, because when you were brought up in a country, everybody sort of know each other, within the local community. You will quickly find that because of the fast pace of certain countries, you'll realize that sometimes, you're living, people are so hardworking that you hardly have time to know people around you. So it's not like you're going to have someone giving you food or anything like that. You need to work for what you want. Therefore, if you're a hardworking person, that's why I always say, yes, you will enjoy that. Yes, you will make life. That's where I come back to having an open mind, knowing that you have to work hard. If you are so therefore, if you are the type of person who are, the type of people who we call stushy people, the type of people who think that certain jobs are beneath them, then those are the type of people who struggle, right? So if you know that you are a hardworking person, then there are a lot of opportunities for you to enjoy, for you to take advantage of, right? If you are a hardworking person and you know how to keep your head down and to know how to work towards your goals. So you have to be level headed, right? So that is how it works. You will always hear people say that, okay, by the time I get to a certain age, I want to go back to, I want to live in the Caribbean. I, want to enjoy like sunshine, etc. Because you have to realize that like in the Caribbean, they don't have like the different seasons of the year. So when you go to a first world country, for example, I say that I live in the UK, where they have like the different seasons of the year, then of course sometimes it's hard for you to adjust, and it makes you appreciate like the season, the like living in the Caribbean where there is like sunshine right throughout the year. So the exposure that comes with migration um, enables you to appreciate certain things about, for example, Jamaica more. So, for example, we used to say that, okay, the sun's too hot. We complain about the weather and complain about the everything. But when you go to a first world country, when you realize that, okay, the seasons are different, then that is one thing that you appreciate more and stuff. But other than that, when I say back to the question, would I encourage anybody to migrate? 100%. Because you need that exposure, people. Sometimes you need to acquire the new skills. You need to get that experience so that if you want to go back, if you want to retire back to your original country, then of course you have those, you're equipped with all everything, the skills for you to go back and upgrade your own country, right? So if you don't get that exposure, then chances are you will not get that skills and everything that you need, because you need that experience and stuff. Because I've spoken to a lot of people who said, okay, because of the experience that I now have, I know that I can go back, I can open a school. I know that I'm not talking for myself, people, I'm speaking about in general. So you'll have some people who work in care where they will say, oh, I know that one of my aims is to go back to open a care home, old people's home, etc. So, the skills, the exposure that comes with it is definitely, I would encourage people to migrate. What I would say, approach things with an open mind. Learn about, just listen to people who have made the journey before you. Make sure that you prepare for certain things. Develop a hardcore attitude when it comes on your approach to work, because the pace is faster. It's not like, and I'm going back to Jamaica, for example. In Jamaica, when it rains, you will have some people not wanting to go to work. You have to understand that whether rain, snow, sunshine, you need to work, you need to go, you need to find your butt at work. So that is something that you will have to adjust to as well, right? So yes, this is just all that I have to say on the matter and stuff. And remember, people, if you have anything to add, just leave it in the comment section, and I will always say refer to my other channel, Destiny's Touch of Glam TV, where you will see other topics as well. On that channel we deal with workouts, we do deal with things to do with your health, so anything to do with like mental health, any new discoveries, relationship issues and stuff, because that has to do with mental health as well. That is the channel where those things, those are the topics that you will find on that channel. Thank you as always, people, for watching the videos. Welcome to the new subscribers as well. And as usual, I'm going to end by